But back to our quality of life. So beyond just the housing, what we deal quite a bit in is vacant space, vacant land. So our primary purpose with vacant lots after a demolition is to sell the land to the neighbors. We think that's priority 1A basically. So that would help stabilize someone's quality of life by enhancing and expanding their property. Hopefully stabilize the value of it and keep them on their street, keep them in their home basically. Maybe they live next to a eyesore vacant property for a number of years. Not only do we tear it down, but we can sell them the land for a couple $100s, and they can improve it. They can just mow the grass, they can plant a garden. We've seen people do all kinds of wonderful things with side lots. We've seen some people just let them be grass and whatever floats their boat basically. After we've exhausted all options at side lot sales, that's when we look to more public land use projects like community gardens, park spaces. This year we're seeing a lot of new ideas come on, vineyards, orchards, different kind of more elaborate park spaces. But the idea really is reclaim this vacant space, instead of just a vacant lot that nobody mows or, at best just gets mowed a couple times a summer, some type of proactive intervention to improve the neighborhood, a smaller park space that's closer than the nearest city park, a food production site. We have some other data that shows at least half of Warren as food desert, lack of access to fresh local food. So maybe vacant land can be an opportunity for folks to produce their own food.
Quick plug for Warren Farmers Market, downtown Warren, every Tuesday from 3 to 6.
You got it. Yeah, and that's part of our grow programming. So when we first started out, we were a lot more focused on community gardens as a way to help connect residents to local food. Well, we quickly realized, there's farms a stone's throw from downtown Warren, so a farmer's market was a no-brainer. And we, like you said, every Tuesday 3 to 6, and we have half dozen local vendors, and that's all stuff from Trumbull County. So buy local, keep your money in Trumbull County. Mentioned earlier the concept of disinvestment. I think we're really big across all categories in the concept of reinvesting, keeping our money here, trying to provide home ownership, trying to buy local, shop local. So getting off track a little bit there, but local food is a huge issue for us. And then we have a public art program. So, we think about trying to do extra things in neighborhoods beyond just the vacant lots and vacant houses reclamation, things that might try to enhance people's desire to want to either stay in or move to a Warren neighborhood. So we've been involved in a number of public art projects over the years. We'd like to do more. We'd like to expand that to possibly even being an artist relocation program where we can combine our capacity for doing public art installations and our capacity for putting people in housing, and maybe offer free housing to artists, local artists that would in exchange, do X amount of projects in their neighborhood for that period of time. These are the kind of ideas that we're open to. And lastly, we have a community service program. We partner with Warren Municipal Courts. This is something that we believe in strongly, sentencing alternative. So for low-level offenders and people that have issues with traffic fines or whatever else, instead of having some untenable cost to the court that they can't pay because they're not working, or some low-level offense where they would end up in jail, they can come to us if the judge so grants it, and they can do community service, help us board up houses, help us mow lots, and basically help us do all the work that we're doing, help with our gardens, etc. So try to do something more productive and proactive, and believe it or not, that actually brings a lot of people into our work. We get a lot of buy-in from folks that might have otherwise not been engaged, and obviously keeps people out of jail for things that might be not really worthy of jail time. Community outreach is a huge part of everything that I just mentioned. Whenever we get a property into the land bank, we go to the neighbors and hang a little door knocker telling them that the property's entered into the land bank and letting them know that they can reach out to us and give their input on what might happen next. We believe nobody knows better, what kind of options are best for a vacant property than the people that have been living next to it for a number of years, if not more than that. And just in general, we really make it a habit of going to the public about everything. I mean, we have a lot of tools and resources at TNP, but our view is like it's your neighborhood. We have the ability to help you make it whatever you want it to be, help it achieve its potential, but the key has to be in your hands as far as what that potential is. So we host extensive community outreach meetings around all of our programming, and all that stuff is available on our website, tnpwarren.org. All of the properties are listed on TrumbleCountyLandBank.org. And we also have extensive presence on social media for both TNP and the Trumbull County Land Bank.